You know him from hit movies and high-profile roles on shows like The Sopranos. But Joe Pantoliano, Joey Pants to millions of his fans, plays another role equally important to him. He's putting a face on the disease of depression in a new documentary. And he's here in our It's Your Call studios to tell us about this and much more. And it begins right now. It may seem like he has had it all, a long, successful career, fame, and fortune. But actor Joey Pants has also long suffered from depression, and that has presented him with many challenges both on the personal and the professional front. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Lynn Doyle, and we are glad to welcome our friends Joey Pants back to It's Your Call. He is here to unveil his new documentary called No Kidding, Me Too, which deals with not only his battle with depression, but also incorporates the stories of several other individuals, one of whom we will meet later in the show. I had the honor of introducing Joey and this remarkable film at its premiere on June 4th, and now I have the honor of having him join us for this half hour. Joey, it's so good to have you back with us.
Thank you, Lynn.
And congratulations on the film. What inspired you to put your battle with depression on film for people to witness?
When I became an advocate of mental disease and going through my own recovery, I started meeting individuals. I went all over the country to these organizations and do talks. And I met people with different types of brain styles and different forms of recovery. And there would always be people coming there to these events asking questions in the Q&A. I really loved doing the Q&As. And I met Jordan in Philadelphia, and I had met Doc in Louisville, Kentucky. And I just thought the questions, these are the perfect examples of how mental health works, and recovery is so accessible. People think it's a death warrant, and there's 6 individuals in this movie. All of us are working our recovery every day and regulating our sanity every day, and it's fun and it's easy, and we all have our lives back, and that was the catalyst.
What do you hope to have viewers take away from this film?
That there's no need for stigma or shame with this illness, that the all-American brain is entitled to the same constitutional privileges as the gallbladder. And right now we're not getting that, and we are wasting billions and billions of dollars because people are shameful of saying there's something going on inside. They don't want to talk about it, and when they don't talk about it, they don't treat it. It's not diagnosed correctly, and it can turn into just a myriad of terrible, terrible choices.
Why do you think in this day and age, in this country, the most sophisticated nation in the world, that there continues to be a stigma associated with mental illness when we have readily talked about other diseases like breast cancer, heart disease, even erectile dysfunction we can talk about without snickering about it anymore. But the shame that is still associated with mental illness continues. Why?
Socrates was asking that question when he was alive. He called it the manic art, and that it was a gift from the gods that gave us the ability to tell stories. I don't know why. We're trying to show that in this film, that it's so totally unnecessary. It would be like I said earlier before the show began, like being discriminated because you were getting hay fever. Mental disease is the only illness you can be diagnosed with and get yelled at for having. Jordan always talks about, kids will openly talk about their acne. And the kind of medication they're taking for that. But when it comes to talking about your feelings, you won't go near.
Do you think that's because when you hear the word depression, you think, you know what, they're just in a bad mood, they can pull themselves out of it, and that perhaps the American public doesn't fully understand that depression isn't just a mood that you're in, but it's rather an illness from which you suffer?
That's exactly what happened to me. I thought that I was being selfish and self-centered because, as you so eloquently put it, I had it all. Mm-hmm. And I was in my bedroom saying, what's wrong with you, Joey? Come on, man. What's it going to take? like it's too much, not enough. There was never enough. I needed this, or I had to have something of this. Couldn't enjoy great moments, moments that I thought were going to be enjoyable. It turned out to be a chore. It was work, and I was done. If the pain was so great, there was no reason to go on. If I was not going to be able to feel anything any longer, there was no reason. It was so painful to see someone you love and you just couldn't feel. There was nothing inside going on. I compare it to being like a beautiful chocolate Easter bunny. It looks firm and solid on the outside, but the minute you break it, it's just completely hollow.
Did you feel so hollow at any point in your life that you contemplated taking your own life?
Yeah, that's when I got scared. It was when we were making the movie Canvas, and my friend Charlie had taken his life a day after I spoke to him, and he was funny, and he was telling me these jokes, and we were making plans for Thanksgiving, and the first thought I had was, that's an option. Why didn't I think of that? I wasn't angry at him. I thought, that's an option. You know, maybe it's because we're oversensitive to life. Maybe that's why we do this kind of work. But when my doctor said to me, "Oh, we can fix this. You're okay. This is a disease called clinical depression, and it occurs because your body isn't producing enough dopamine." So that your brain thinks that you're terribly, terribly sad.
So when you heard those words, "we can fix this," it opened up an entirely new chapter in your life.
It was like I hit the lottery.
Wow. Well, he has documented his battle with depression in this new documentary, along with the battles of others as well. And we want to share some of it with you. So let's take a look at this clip.
Action. I'm Joey Pantoliano, founder and president of No Kidding Me Too.
I'm Joe Santiago.
I'm Bob Irvin.
Hi, I'm Casey LaRusso.
I'm Philip Winchell.
My name's Wendy Richardson.
Hi, I'm Richard Lerner.
I'm Dr. Stacy Gruber.
My name is Jordan Burnham.
Hey, I'm Rob Campbell. By trade, I'm a doctor.
I'm a Master Sergeant of the United States Army.
I'm a professor at Tufts University.
I am a licensed marriage and family therapist in private practice.
Public speaking to college kids.
I'm a psychiatrist at McLean Hospital.
I'm a NAMI peer facilitator. I'm also a peer support specialist.
I own horses here and ride here. It's an equestrian facility.
Because I'm lucky to be alive today.
By choice now.
ADHD.
Bipolar, ADHD.
Suffered traumatic brain injury in Iraq.
Dyslexia.
Schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, and bipolar disorder.
Alcoholic and addict, all in recovery.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Auditory processing issues.
Paranoid schizophrenic.
Depression.
Alcoholic.
Recovering self-injury.
I can remember being told that I give mental illness a bad name.
So I feel like I'm right at home.
You're looking at a clip there from the new documentary that my guest has directed and is producing and presenting to people. You said that it was very eye-opening for you to meet all of those people and realize that throughout their lives they had been given various diagnoses as well, and that when they finally heard the same words that you did, "Hey, we can help you," opened a whole new chapter.
Yeah. It was also, my favorite part was I brought everyone into this circle at the end of all of these interviews going all over the country, and we stayed at Casey's folks' house, and they have a little Italian restaurant and catered it, and it was like going to camp. We just had so much fun, and to be in that circle and in that indoor equestrian center, we saw ourselves in each other's eyes.
Yeah.